deep is your love?
What's up lads, here is Happy Now with another Guild Wars 2 PvP video. I decided to make now a little bit more videos, but I'm not gonna show the gameplay of the builds. Not of some of them I'm gonna show, but not of all of them. And I wanted to start with the Burn Guardian because he's kinda back, I will say. For me, for myself, he still lacks a little bit. But since the DPS variant of my build is not so viable at the moment, I thought let's check out for those players who still like to play Guardian what they can do. And this is especially a new build because of the deadshot amulet, which is freaking awesome, especially for those players who don't have the Heart of Thorns, who can't use the new trait lines Dragon Hunter, and on the other professions also. Now I'm gonna show you the most options how you can play it, don't get me wrong with that. The scepter and shield, you can also go scepter and focus, how you like it better. I just like this type of set better. Then sword and focus, you see focus, not the torch, but of course you can change it for the torch. I'm gonna show you both. To the build, I use Sigil of Earth. This has a 60% chance on critical hit, inflict bleeding. Then Sigil of Bursting adds 6% condition damage to current condition damage. This one I choose just to, I don't really know. You can change it, but I'm not sure what should I use because I just created this build. I played one game with it and it was really strong. Of course it lacked a little bit on survivability, as all no Heart of Thorns cards, but yeah, you can't really change that. Basically you can go with the frailty one to stack vulnerability because you will have a lot of burning, so it's cool to have, let's say, 5 or 10 stacks of vulnerability to have a bonus damage of 5 to 10 damage. And with the new sigil we have 1k precision. It's basically like we're using the Viper's, was it the Viper's amulet? Expertise, yeah. It's basically like using the Viper's amulet, but now you have, instead of the power, which was useless, the condition damage. Plus, of course, vitality. So as you can see, you have not 11k HP or something like that. How much was it? Yeah, 11.6. Now you have the 17k. It's not that much more, but it makes a huge difference in my opinion, because with 11k you were one-shotted by almost everything, and now you have kind of a little bit more. The rune, I recommend only to use this one because this is the strongest one. It has a 45% longer burning duration, plus in combination with our build here, where was it, this one here, burning damage is increased, burn enemies whose attacks you successfully block. This just means that you will have longer burning duration, so 100% better set, so you can't have longer burning duration than this. First I tried the smoldering rune sigil, which gave us 20% longer burning duration, but it's not necessary because we already have the 100% burning duration. So frailty and earth should be good. The bleeding is of course an extra condition, so that the enemy, if he can, removes bleeding instead of burning. This is just an extra bonus to know, you know. You can use of course something else if you don't like it, but I recommend now these two. On the sword and mace I use Sigil of Smoldering and the Sigil of Rage. Sigil of Rage especially important because of the quickness. If we attack faster, and in combination with our build, we have every 3 hits a critical hit, applying burning. So if we do auto attack, I need to do that like this. Now if we have auto attack with quickness, we can apply so many burnings at once, because the first attack and the second attack is normal, but the third attack deals 3 hits at once. So we will hit the enemy at least six times with this quickness and apply twice burning meanwhile. Also, oh, I forgot to remove it, damn it, I just saw it. We can also go for the earth one or something like that, or torment, but earth is better because it has a shorter cooldown. Let's go for the earth for a second. Of course you can go also for the frailty one because it's basically both pretty good. It's just to have an extra condition, so if the enemy removes, or if he has only one remove like the warrior, when they weapon swap, hopefully they remove then burning, bleeding, then burning. So the condition duration is at maximum, so you can leave that alone for a second. Of course you can remove the sigils, but the rune and the amulet should be the same. Don't remove those two. So the build I use currently: Zeal, Virtues and Radiance. Now Zeal, I don't really know if I'm gonna use this because you will lose a little bit of survivability with it, but we have more damage output. Symbol of Wrath, if we get under 75% HP, wow, they buffed this because it was 50%. We lay down a symbol which will deal damage, apply vulnerability, gave us retaliation. It's basically Greatsword 4, like this. Plus also, of course, it's a combo field light, but that's not so important. The most important thing is in combination with this build. Oh my god, I used the wrong one. Or no, it's the right one. It's the right one. Yeah, it's the right one, but I don't want to use this. That is this, I will say. I'm not sure. Increased damage against burning foes because the others don't really matter. While wielding a scepter, gain might when you just as passive effect triggers. This can be also really cool to stack a little bit might, but I don't know. You can choose between those two. It does not really matter, but let's go for this one because we're going to use mace a lot of times. Yeah, we can stack a little bit might. As you see, the build is not perfect, so if you have changes you can do it. Symbolic exposure. Symbols apply vulnerability to foes. So we have one symbol here, one here. So both will apply extra vulnerability. Plus, of course, our auto attack will do that. So we will stack really quickly, most of the times 10 times vulnerability. This will have us a 10% higher damage bonus for normal DPS and condition. And of course, don't forget to your allies too. That's why this harmful effect is really important. Kindlet Zeal, sorry if I said it wrong, gain condition damage based on percentage of power, 10%. I was about to change my rune. So we will have 1.3k, basically we have 1.2 something, but 1.3 is more than okay for this. The others just don't work. Maybe this one here, but immobilize or blinding a foe, I don't know. You won't land always, so symbols have increased damage, and the chance to burn enemies. This is also important. That's why you can use this to have extra burning. You deal more damage to enemies who standing in your symbols. That's just I don't know. Not so important because we are not going to deal huge DPS, but condition. Now on virtues, this is really important one. Master of Consecrations. Sorry if I said it right, wrong. Consecrations, these last longer and have reduced recharge. So we can use this skill here. It applies 3 stacks of burning, which deals huge amounts of damage, plus it removes 3 conditions, plus it reduces the duration of your conditions if you're standing inside of this circle here. So this is a really cool skill, and as you can see, the radius of this skill is huge. Also, I'm gonna talk about the skills later and how to use them. This is the first one. Normally use the Unscathed Contender for the extra damage, but we don't need that anymore. About those things I'm not going to talk because you can read them by yourself. Absolute resolution is important thing, is skill to remove conditions because we don't have a lot of condition cleans with it. Then we have Virtue of Justice. Passive effect no longer only burns your target but also burns the area around your target each time it activates. Virtue of Justice causes burning more frequently. Instead of every 5 attacks, it does now on every 3 attacks, plus the burning, the one stack of burning will be 8 seconds. Let's go for the radiance, and I'm going to show it on the enemy here. When we use the Virtue of Justice, we will blind the foe. If you kill someone, this skill will be recharged immediately. So instead of waiting 17 seconds, if we finish someone, while finishing, better said, you can use this to blind, that you don't get knocked back, and you will have it back again. So critical hit chance is increased by 15% when we're wielding a one-handed weapon, so sword and scepter have 50% higher crit chance. This is really important to crit more often, to apply more vulnerability, and of course some bleeding. Virtue of Justice is renewed when you kill a foe, that's what I mentioned. Radiant Fire gains Silat's Flame when you critically hit an enemy. Burning duration is increased. Torch abilities recharge fast. Now as you can see, the burning duration is again by 20% increased, that's why we have 100%. The room gave us 45%, this one 20%. How much is that? 65% or something like that, plus the last one here should make it 100%. I'm not sure, but I'm just calculating it somehow like this. Attack against burning foes is increased, so we will crit the normal standard 25% higher crit chance, so we will have, without fury, 74% standard crit chance, and if we gain some fury from someone, we will have even more. So I'm gonna show it to you. Okay, this guy's maybe attacking the engineer, so we go for this guy here. We just auto attack him to show you here what am I meaning. You can stack only with auto attack up to 8 stacks, as you saw, of burning. If we use our heal skill, we can do this. If we pop up our virtue, we will stack immediately 10 stacks of burning. Now the skills that I use: Shelter, the most important one, it blocks attacks. While we are using it, we trigger the effect of the 6th rune skill here. We have when we use heal skill, you're applying burning to your foes near you, so it has not to be only one but more than one, and we are blocking for 2 seconds, so if the enemy attacks us meanwhile on those 2 seconds, he will get burning on that. I'll just show it to you here. We attack once, this guy is going to attack us, we use that, he will attack for 5 stacks of burning, and yeah, as you can see, the effectiveness of this burning is freaking awesome. We will burn when we block with yeah, basically that's it. And I'm not even using these purging flames. I'm gonna show you the combo where you can instant kill someone, but this is kind of hard because most professions have the ability to remove the burning quickly or to get something to block that. The next thing is, of course, if you don't want to use shield, but shield is so important, man. I don't know, you can remove shield for torch, and don't tell me I have no torch. No, this account has no torch. Let's go and buy one. With torch you will be having the access to even more power of burning. Oh, this is not the weapon. Smith. Let's go to this guy. Let me see your weapons. Mace. Torch. Torch Björn. Let's say we don't use the shield because we need the blinding and the blocking attacks for the higher burning. We go like this. This video will take again so long, but I want to show you really builds that work. You know, I'm not gonna show you just troll builds. Okay, You can start with don't attack. He attacked, okay, damn it. But let's say like this, like this, like this. You can go, oh my goodness, why the fuck you attack? Not a thief. Fuck you. Oh, he just stole my... basically, I'm not sure if you can... I think you should be able to stack 20 burning, but that sounds ridiculous. But let's check out. Let's check it out. I'm platinum 2 on my second account. I lost 4 games in a row. 3, not 4. But those games were just uncarryable. But yeah, never mind. Just that I mentioned that. You can start because you will get the Sealat's flame twice. So you can go like this. You can go like this. Pop this thing up. Okay, now my combo worked not so good, but okay, I'm bad with it. Normally you should be able to stack some more, but I just failed it hardcore. And I'm sorry for that. I just don't know how to show it right, but basically let's go to the Revenant because he won't have so much condi cleans. You can immobilize, activate this burning, you will stack immediately 3 times burning. You can pop it again twice, but I missed it again. And yeah, you should be able to really quickly, and yeah, that's what I wanted to mention also, but I forgot. You should be able to hold always without help. That's why I don't want to use torch. 5 to 7 stacks of burning. Now this might sound not as a lot, but it is still more than enough, and I have no real enemy to show it to you how to be more successful with it. As you can see, the burning is just there. You don't really need the torch to activate it, you know, because the torch has only this skill, which is really cool, and the second one is good to remove conditions from your allies or to apply multiple damages, so you trigger your burning more often, but you lose survivability, and especially on ranked arena games you need survivability, because if the enemy see, oh look at this guy, he has no shield which blocks attacks, he will get wrecked. So we can go for him, we can hunt him down every time, and that's what you don't want. Now the other thing, while we're using this one here, we don't have stability on Virtue 3. That's why I use the Stand Your Ground. Stand Your Ground is really important because it has a 6-second stability, plus it's a stun break. And as you can see, we don't have any other like this. We rely on this one as our single stability skill. You can also remove this one here, but it is really cool, especially if you have a downed enemy, and you can apply only your symbols and auto attack, and when you apply every 3 attacks burning, you will hit not just the target that you're actually focusing, but the nearby foes too. So that's really cool, and you will get your burning going. Basically, Purging Flames is a must-have. Now if you don't want to use Smite condition, I just use it to remove 2 conditions, because we have no condi cleans at all. Only if you use this, but we will use Purging Flames on our enemies, and don't use it on ourselves, because it has no real reason to use it on ourselves, only to remove conditions. But yeah, the other thing is what you can use, or even if you don't want to use Stand Your Ground, which I doubt you should not use, you can go for Sanctuary. This is kind of a troll, but it saves your ass, because most professions won't be able to get inside of it without stability. Only Power Warrior, but from them you should always run away because they will wreck you hardcore. But the downside is, of course, you can see 60 seconds cooldown. This is just for me too long in a ranked arena game, because if you die, you respawn, you walk again to the point, and the skill will still be on cooldown. This is not cool. So Stand Your Ground is the must-have, I will say, for myself. Now you can choose, of course, by yourself how you want it, and of course Smite conditions, you can remove that for Judge's Intervention to have more burning, but the cooldown, as you can see with this build, is freaking too long. Now the other build is when you don't want to play with Seal, to have more burning, more frequently burning, you know, it's not more burning. You can go for not honor but valor. The standard one, smite condition. You will have 2 condition cleans when you use your healing skill plus 7k healing or something like that. The next is stalwart defender for the reduced usage of your shield skills, and monk's focus, of course, so your virtues have, what am I saying, virtues, meditations have shorter cooldown, as you can see, 60 seconds, 2 conditions removed, fury, so we will have almost 100% crit chance, 74 plus 20 again, 94% again, 94% crit chance. So we will crit permanently with like this. We will trigger more often the vulnerability, the bleeding, we will have more healing and stuff like that. 2 conditions removed, 2, and you can go even after that if you have all conditioned enemies as a stun breaker. The best one, contemplation of purity, it's a stun breaker, it heals, it gives fury, it converts the conditions into boons. This could be the perfect setup. Wait a second. If you play it like this, you should be having the best survivability from the Burn Guardian build. And as I said it, you can see it here again one more time. You don't have now on your symbols the burning, but you will see it here. If I do auto attack only, auto attack, we will do more than enough burning. We go like this, we have already 6 stacks, 11, 13, and that's it. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I mean, you can try it out. I don't have the time currently to test all of them out because there are so many new builds that I need to check out. So I had one game like this, not with Valor but with Seal, just to test it out how it works. But with Valor you should be more safe, you know, and especially because the current Dragon Hunter meta, or if you have a lot of conditioned professions, you should use Contemplation of Purity. If you have a lot of Dragon Hunters, you can of course go for Sanctuary because it holds you a little bit safe for 8 seconds against the Dragon Hunter longbow attacks, and if the Dragon Hunter has no stability, he won't get inside of it and you will be safe. But yeah, I don't really know if it's so necessarily such a good use, you know. The other things are just, yeah, I don't know. I recommend stand your ground if you need stability. Otherwise, try out what you like the most. Torch can be used, as I said it, but I like to have more survivability instead of higher burst for 1 second, so it's up to you. This is my Burn Guardian build. I hope you all like it. Thanks all for watching my videos. Thanks for almost 700 subscribers. I think there will be more than 700 when I upload this video, but I'm not sure, so I just say it forwardly before I already reached that. And yeah, that's a cool Burn Guardian build. I hope you like it as I did. I will play it even more because this is my no Heart of Thorns account. I will play on this account more builds without Heart of Thorns just to test out for you guys, so you will have something what you can rely on. And yeah, that was it. Thanks all for watching, guys. I hope I see you in my next videos. That was Happy No. Bye bye.